Oh, there's my progression. Kind of. Well, kind of. Story, community jobs, gold bricks, upgrades, tonics, cauldrons. Okay. I remember watching some Silent Hill trailer and they were like, oh, I can't believe they used the original Silent Hill theme or something. And I was like, right. I don't know. But then again, I don't play those games. I don't play those games all the time. Like, I don't play those games enough. I've never played those games enough to recognize. I played Silent Hill 2 one time. That was it. I turned the voice acting down just a little bit because I feel like it was distracting me from playing.
Watch out for icicles on the mountains.
Watch out for icicles on the mountains. You got it. Alan Wake, a horror game series, has the grooviest music. Okay, didn't they play Alan Wake live at the Video Game Awards last year? And it was so different than what I thought it was going to be. Totally wild.
Hey, Silence, these
I
towers
have
were
played.
built. Did they have them in the old one?
That's right.
I've played Silent Hill 2. I played it back when I was like 16. Turned all the sound down. Had to make had to have all the lights on. But I did it. But I really don't remember much about it. I just remember feeling icky while I was playing it.
You know, explain that eating the world is wrong.
Yeah, you shouldn't eat the world.
I can tell you that the try to get along with evil strategy never works out.
Besides, the punch evil in the face really hard strategy is so much more fun.
I kind of tend to agree with that. I hate to admit it, but some people just need to be punched in the face. You know what I mean? Violence is never the first thing that should happen, but every once in a while you meet somebody that reminds me, I've seen these clips have popped up on my YouTube feed of a show called Mr. In Between. I haven't actually watched it, but speaking of punching evil in the face, I've heard really good things about it. I've never watched it. I think it's a little too gritty for my taste, but I've definitely seen some satisfying scenes. Sorry.
Thanks a lot, Gravity.
So is this like this looks like I can do something with this. Can I not do anything with that? Okay. All right, good to know. Padawan's like, I can't wait to get this game. I'm playing Padawan's version. I borrowed it from him. He was so nice to let me borrow this game. Eating the world, stay forever in your hips. Don't do it. It's like, what is it? SpongeBob or Squidward in the Just One Bite episode. Don't eat all those Krabby Patties. What? Or I'll blow up? No, it'll go straight to your hips and then you'll blow up. There's something to do with a lower campfire. Like this, like down here. This campfire right here. I guess I could like burn all those, what is it called? Tall grass? Is that what they call it? I remember in high school in English class, we were talking about evoking feelings and the teacher played some different songs from movies without context and we had to write what they made us think of. It was fun. You know what? I have actually, oh, I see it. I am smart.
Turns out fire spreads.
I have actually, so I do that regularly when I'm listening to music that I like. If I hear just kind of like, I don't know, if I hear music that doesn't come from anything, I can come up with scenarios in my head of what it reminds me of. And one time I was doing this client's lashes and she was like, this is really interesting music you have playing today. And I was like, yeah, it kind of reminds me of like a party, like an art party where everybody's drinking like cocktails and everybody's up in like somebody's penthouse on like a, you know, the 100th floor or something of some massive building in New York City. And like everybody's wearing black and it's like this art reveal and there are all these all these artistic paintings up on the walls and stuff. And she goes, what? I was like, the music doesn't make you think of that? Because that's what it makes me think of. And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, cool. So that's just me. All right, cool. But when I hear certain music, it makes me come up with like scenes in my head. So that's a really cool exercise. I'd like to actually try that for myself.
Into the shadows.
Okay, he has something on his body that is attending a high society art party. Yeah. I can't remember. I want to say that it also sounded very much like something that would play in like Nordstrom. It was this very kind of new agey kind of like, yes, we charge lots of money for our clothes. And they're no different than anybody else's, but they're just lots of money. Okay, okay. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Dang it. Oh, that was close. Crap! Oh, they have their own things.
Who's up for some ice?
Oh, that was okay. All right, that was better. Oh, that was awful, actually. Did I get him? Is he still alive? No, I think he's dead. Okay, cool. Sorry, Lego people don't die. They just break. All their bricks just break apart. That will be the extent of my backseat gaming, even though it is my game. Oh, but you're right. I missed that. I wasn't even looking. I was thinking you could burn the grass, but I didn't realize you could burn the prickly things. But it does make sense for you to burn prickly things, and I will keep my eye out for prickly things. This is secret. We're building like hot dog stands, whatever that is, with a little heart on it. You know, it's cute. I couldn't relax while listening to like Emmy sounds. I will say though, after playing Metroid Dread the first time, the Emmys weren't quite as terrifying the second time around because I had just done it, and so it didn't feel as scary. Like I knew what was coming, but man, first time I played, the very first time I played Metroid Dread, they were so terrifying, absolutely terrifying. Oh, these people, look at them. They're sitting on the bench. This one's wearing a hat. This one's got a camera. Poor people. I don't even feel like skeletons would even be around after as long as it's been in this whole story. I don't even feel like skeletons would be around. They just remain in peace, still conscious. Don't think too much about the horrific implications. That was the first time. That was the first time I parried an Emmy. It was such a rush. Oh my gosh. Look at that. There's a dinosaur. There's a fossils. Like dinosaur or machine. No, not machines. Machines don't have bones. You know what I mean? Like machine dinosaur fossils, bones. Gosh, I'm just going to stop talking. Oh, I think dang it. My bad. I really do think Charlotte could play this. She might only play it on story mode, though. I don't know if she could do it on scout mode, because some of these fights, it's not that the fighting is necessarily hard. It's the fact that you have a lot of things coming at you at one time. You have lots of machines coming after you and people coming after you, and it can just get really... Shellwalker shield? A rubber duck? It's a duck bomb. Oh. Tirsa needs it. Arrow storm bow? Okay, wait. What does that do? Can I get both of these?
Awesome. Let's have some fun.
Nice. Okay, that is super exciting. I don't know what an arrow storm bow is, but we'll figure it out, I guess. Metroid Dread was great. I loved it. I did not 100% it though. Some of those Shine Spark puzzles, I just could not. I knew how to do it and I just couldn't execute it. J-Hop's 100% in Metroid Dread. And I bet, Chain, did you? Did you 100% that game? I feel like that's a game you would 100%. I think the only game I honestly... Oh, shoot. I think the only game I've ever 100%ed was Metroid Prime 3, I think. So. There we go. Yeah, okay. We got baddies over here. So, okay. We're looking to build towers. We're also building snowmen. Okay.
Aw, we're all ready.
I'm Padawan. I'm so much better of a I had to gamer look than up the Susie Shine Spark Grace. puzzles, but it still took an hour or two after I knew the secret. See, that's what I'm saying. I wasn't willing to drop that time. I was like, I know how to do this. I just physically, my fingers won't do it. I just can't. And then Padawan 100% did Horizon Zero Dawn more than once. That's insane. I cannot even imagine. Okay, what does the Storm Arrow do?
Ah, nice shot, me.
Oh, that was cool. Smash! Did he just say wolf? Oh, I just... Shoot. Okay, I don't want to waste those because those are awesome. I want to save those for machines, man, which are probably coming. Maybe?
Ha, you didn't see that one coming.
Even though you were watching me. Didn't see that one coming. Oh. Okay. If you shoot them
That's the good stuff.
on their back. Oh, that was not where I was aiming, but it worked out anyway. I love fighting against it. What cracks me up the most about playing Horizon Zero Dawn / Forbidden West
Aloy silence, Aloy silence.
is when they're
Places
like,
found to build
wow,
towers here.
now I really, you'll do something. I'll do something like save a village from bandits or whatever. And then I'll die like 4 times while I'm doing it. And it's so messy and just terrible.
Even closer if
And
you were out
then
here actually helping.
people will be like, wow, I see why you're called the savior of the Nora. And I'm like, yeah, well, thanks, you're so kind.
Which is science speak. for
Because
we can
I
sneak on
pretty
women's
much
crazy
butchered
cults.
that. It was pretty terrible.
Patching it through to you now.
Oh, son, you're so warm and giving. Soon the whole world will worship you like I do. Huh? I told you all. You see any clouds, you shoot them down.
Clouds are droplets of water suspended in the sky. They cannot be shot down.
Buzz, how nice of you
Truth.
to drop by completely out of nowhere.
Again.
Spend too much time in horizontal positions. There is
Yeah, you knew how important Sunday
For
was to
me, my stepmom one time, we went to visit them and my stepmom was like, I'm done being vertical.
Fine. Just don't
Bye,
forget
everybody.
our deal.
I was like, I'm gonna use that.
Everywhere, all the time.
I definitely prefer to be like playing games like horizontal in my bed.
I'm annoying. At least I
Whiny,
have an
annoying
inside
human.
voice. Ah, son, alone again at last.
That's not, okay, wait.
Whoa.
That's not Mark Hamill, right?
And while that is very sad, I'm more concerned with their immediate plans. More fuel could mean further destruction of nature, and with more
What does she
machines,
say
that
in
ancient
Gravity
evil
Falls?
devil
Sweet
creature may become
Sally.
unstoppable.
We can't let that happen.
My fingers get older every year too. I would dread doing it again. Yeah, no, I just was not. I was like, you know what? It would be cool to 100% this game, but I am just not willing to take the time.
To ask her.
2 hours trying to just do like 2 puzzles. No, that was not for me. But I'm not gatekeeping that for anybody else. If that's your thing, if you want 100% it, and if you spent the time doing it and you made it happen, good for you. I just was like, this is hard, so I didn't do it. I definitely did not take the time to do it on stream either because I felt like that was just gonna kind of, I didn't want to like waste people's time of me just doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. What do I get over there? Maybe people don't feel like that's wasted time. I'm not really sure. So do like silver, these little silver, what are they called? They call them, shoot, what do they call them? They don't call them coins. Silver equals secret, maybe? Can't remember what they call them. But they have, like, she calls them something in particular. She just said it yesterday, and I can't remember what it is. Studs, thank you. It's like a Lego term. Like, it's like a Lego thing. Gosh. Couldn't remember. My brain. Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys your opinions. We have this white elephant gift exchange. Where the heck am I supposed to go? Am I supposed to go up? Am I supposed to go down? Am I supposed to go that way? Secrets? There's some eggs. Oh, silver studs. Got it. Okay. I think silver studs means like optional possible secret. Not secret, really. You know what I mean. We have this white elephant gift exchange tonight for all the youth. And I was gonna make one of those infinity scarves that I was wearing yesterday that looked like the spaghetti scarf. And so I went to Goodwill and I bought 2 shirts to make them. I only spent like $7. And I was gonna do 2 of them in a gift, but then I realized this is mixed with the girls and the boys, and that would only really appeal to the girls. I mean, that's not to say that it wouldn't appeal to the boys, but I know our kids, and it would really probably only appeal to the girls. And so I feel like that's kind of unfair for me to bring a gift that would only appeal to half the people there. But I also bought some extra things because I know somebody is going to be like, oh, I forgot, or I couldn't, or I didn't have time, or whatever. So I went and got like 3 extra things at the store last night. I think I got peppermint bark, and I got a bag of Takis, and I got a box of the Little Debbie oatmeal cream pies. So I guess you know what I actually might do? Oh, yep. That was absolutely my plan. 100%. Woo, he was really fast. Oh my gosh. I was hoping he would turn right into that thing. Turn right into those spiky things.
Oh, I hope that hurt.
Just spun right into that rock. You know what I might do? I might do the infinity scarves and do them for our birthdays. Oh, that was terrible. I walked right into that one. Crap. Oh. Dang it, that didn't work either, but it kind of did. Okay. Because I want it to be fair, and I've made a big deal about being like, okay, make sure to buy gifts that you know that you would like to receive yourself. Don't buy something that's kind of lame and gaggy. You know, sometimes white elephants are like that, and sometimes they're serious, and we're kind of going for more of a serious vibe. Whoa, I don't even know what is happening right now, but it's bananas. 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 Oh, but I am like alive. My hearts aren't low. It's fine. Everything's fine. I cannot even tell what is happening right now. Although this chick was just kind of like, just standing there. Now I want an oatmeal cream pie. Auto mod. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Oatmeal cream pies are the best, and the Bluebell has an ice cream that has oatmeal cream pie like chunks in it. That and gooey butter cake Bluebell ice cream are the best Bluebell ice cream flavors. Absolutely fantastic.
The signal's getting stronger. Keep at it, and soon I'll be able to locate the ThunderJAW.
How come you care so much if we find it?
You are not alone in your quest to save this land, Aloy.
Comforting and cryptic. I'll take
Silence just does it in his own way. Okay, hold on. I'm not ready to take you yet. I feel like there are other things that I may or may not have accessed. Oh, but if I take that, can I keep going? I hope I didn't just... Oh, okay. No, see? I knew. There were some things. That's right. I forgot I had a shield. Oh, yeah. I love oatmeal cream pies. They're like the best cookies ever. Ander doesn't really love ginger, and he doesn't really love oatmeal, so he doesn't really care for them. I could eat them all day long. They're so good. So, like, I have some extra things that I'm bringing tonight, but I just wasn't sure if it was fair for me to bring a present that probably only half the people would be interested in, because here I am going, okay, make sure to bring something that you'd want. So now I'm thinking maybe we've got a girl that doesn't ever come. She doesn't ever come to youth activities on weeknights, and she doesn't ever come to church. Her parents are divorced. It's kind of a, you know, rough situation. And I just want her to know that we're thinking of her. And so I have these little boxes I can put together with like a lip balm and like a pair of socks and some cute little sunglasses and stuff. And
Why is
maybe
it
I'll throw
my
an
job
infinity
to
scarf
save
in
the
there
world?
instead.
Who's my mom? Where do all the machines come from? And why are they so mean?
I just had to talk it out.
Machines recognized.
Oh, hi. So you want to learn more about machines?
Oh, hi.
Curiosity is in your DNA.
I saw, okay, wait.
Machines were built to make the
I
world
saw a
better
post
place,
on
to help
Facebook that
people
oatmeal
make
cream,
their
put an
lives
oatmeal cream
easier,
pie in your air fryer
even
for
look
2 minutes
after
will
the
change your
environment.
life.
But the ancient evil I told you about corrupts them, turns them against us.
I'm gonna have to go buy another box
and
of
against
oatmeal
nature.
cream pies.
So be careful out there.
It is the red monster's fault then.
Oh, air fried? Oh, dang.
Perhaps not. But I've detected a large pile of broken down machines in the mountains. It could be some kind of graveyard.
Good place to find some parts. And maybe some answers.
It's a funny little idol. Doesn't make sense. Okay. Building customization, new items unlocked. So why are the little stars bouncing? The stars mean like, hey, this is a place you can go? Or does that mean there's new stuff there? That is unclear to me. Hey, Fan! Has Susie already recovered from the never-ending story from last week? It took me a while. I will not lie. It took me quite a while. And like that night, I actually got home from my church thing that I had, and I recorded my feelings and like my thoughts. And I almost put it on YouTube, and then I decided against it. Because then I put the ending on YouTube anyway. Jane, I'm going to be making my 3rd grocery store trip this week because of you people. What else? What else can we say? What else? What else? What else is amazing? What else is super amazing? I've been at the store. I feel like at this point, I feel like I go to the store like, I feel like I go to the store every day. And I hate it. I hate that so much. I don't want to go to the store every day. But at the same time, like every time I go, whoa. That's cool. I want that.
Aloy's Renovation Rescue.
This is a shelf. Oh, they're like machine themed. We've got a sawtooth. That's really cool. What's that? Police HQ? No. Honestly, the tall neck. Well, I don't know. They all look really cool. We'll do a ThunderJAW as well. That's so fun. I mean, I'm not one to like do all this sandboxy type stuff, but that caught my eye. Yeah, I finally recovered. It was rough though. It was really, really rough. I had a hard time pulling out of that one. And I was just talking a little bit about it earlier. I wonder if it would have hit as hard if I wasn't such a dog person. But I don't know. I don't know. There's no way of knowing. So I don't regret playing it at all. I think it was lovely, and I think everybody should try it because the game style, all of it, it's just beautiful. Like the art, the music, everything. It's gorgeous, but it just was. It's over there. That looks like a party place. Oh, I made it. I didn't think I could make that. Oh, this isn't even secret. This is like, okay. Cassiopeia Games, what? Are you playing this game too? Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the raid. I love your name, by the way. I love the name Cassiopeia. And maybe that's not even your real name. I don't know, but I love that name. Love and hugs. The unicorns are raiding. Oh my gosh. I love the name Cassiopeia. And you were... Okay, wait. You were playing this game. Unicorns are... I have 2 girls, so we love unicorns around here. Unicorns! Yep, Lego Horizon Adventures. Okay. So if you have... Have you played the original then?
How I've missed this.
The original is one of my favorite games, like, of all time, all the time, every day. It's so great. I love it. But I'm really enjoying this Lego one. I hope you're enjoying it as well.
I feel 65.
Oh, I have another comrade. It's so good. It's so good. Speaking of games that like, so I played a game last week called Neva that was so beautiful, but it was really, really heartbreaking. And I sobbed and sobbed and sobbed at the end. And it took a long time for me to like recover after. It took a couple days for me to like let it go. And I felt very isolated kind of in my sadness because my husband isn't really into games and like not that he doesn't listen, but like I just didn't. It just I don't know. I just felt kind of sort of. It was a rough week anyway. And so that one really stuck with me. But like Horizon Zero Dawn's story didn't make me cry, but I could not get the story out of my head for weeks after kind of like the big reveal. It just like when you finally realize, and there are people in chat that haven't played it yet, so I don't want to spoil it, but when you finally realize why everything is the way that it is, what actually happened, and how terrifying of a situation it must have been for the people. And then first you find out what happened and how they, like, they're kind of sort of two reveals, because there's one reveal where you figure out why things are the way that they are, one, right? And then there's like the second reveal where you figure out why things are the way they are, part two, which is so stupid and shouldn't have happened. I mean, neither one of them should have happened, and both of them are the same person's fault. But there's like the reveal part one, and then there's the reveal part two. So it kind of happens at different times. But that one stuck with me. That game stuck with me for so long, and I just remember thinking, who comes up with stuff like this? This story is unreal. Oh, biscuits. Shell walkers suck. like they're cool, but man, they really, really suck. Because they have shields, and that's just not fair. Dang it. But I'll tell you what, you just get some little tear blast arrows and just blast that little shield off there. That is the best. You get her birthday at some point in this game? Wait a minute. Oh, her birthday happened like 2 years ago, but in 1,000 years on the date. Really? Wait, so if you're playing like the remastered version, I haven't played the remastered version yet, but it's definitely like April 4th? I had no idea. That's crazy. I love it when stuff like that happens, when like lore from the game like comes out. That's great. That is great. You can tell that Guerrilla is very passionate about the Horizon series. Very, very passionate. And I love that, because most of the time, I don't feel like you see quite that amount of passion for like bigger games, because they have to kind of crank them out and it kind of becomes, you know, usually you see that in like indie games. Oh, Horizon. And to be totally honest, I wasn't sure I was gonna be able to play Horizon Zero Dawn. That learning curve was large and it was really frustrating. And I sucked a lot. And I played almost the entire game in stealth for the first time because I was absolutely terrified, but I did beat it. And then I played the second one, and then I went back and played the first one and like wasn't scared at all. Oh, did he see me? Oh, maybe if I can... Oh, shoot, I meant to do a fire arrow. Oh, beans. Can you like break his shield? I don't think you can. Oh, that was good. Oh, okay, that's awesome. Shoot, you can't break its shield. I can't remember what happens. I can't remember what happens in the game. Like the original, I don't think you can break their shield, or can you? Oh, that stupid shield. Oh, thank you so much for the raid. I'm gonna play a song for you. Oh, Aloy's theme. You so much for the raid. Okay, I'm just running around not thinking because, oh, he's like, which way did you go? Oh, I just got on fire. Oh, did I break it down? I think I broke it. Oh my gosh, I did it. Sweet. Oh, and here comes another one. I hate that so much. Okay. Cool stuff in the crate? Hot dog cart. Yeah, I guess I'll take that. I don't have anything else. Are there two? Oh.
Not there.
Can I not put a hot dog cart down? Oh, yes I can. The music. Oh, and I'm cooking. Also, it is me that's also cooking. Oh. Dang it! Oh! Are there 3 of them? No, there's not. Cool. So I guess if you hit it enough, it's shields. Oh, I jumped too early. Oh. I keep running into the fire. My bad.
A little health boost.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna catch up with chat just in a second. Did I get every? Oh nope, there it is. Cool. I think I will take the frost thing. I do not like the hot dog cart is great, but like I don't really understand. First time I beat the story, then I went for trophies, then played the DLC. Then later on, before the second came out, I played on ultra hard. Oh, you're speaking Padawan's language. You can't break the shield in the original, but you can remove the component that generates the shield. That's what it is. I think you can just remove the claw. Like, I think you just take the shield claw. I've never done trophies, and I've never 100%ed it, but Padawan... Hi, I'm Padawan. I'm a much better gamer than Susie Grace. Padawan has 100%ed it multiple times. I loved the DLC. I thought the DLC was really cool. And the second time I went and played the DLC, I was convinced I was going to have a better time because I made better decisions about what I was, like my outfits and what I was wearing and everything. And then I completely forgot to make all those upgrades before I did that final fight. And it was so hard. And I was just like knocked down and like smushed down into the ground multiple times. Just feel like I had my face in the mud the whole time. Finally managed to beat it. And then I realized I didn't even put any of my stuff on. And I was like, dang it! No wonder that fight sucked so bad. Thanks for following my channel, Cassiopeia. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. You clearly have excellent taste in games. Padawan's beaten it 4 times on Ultra Hard. Once again, hi, I'm Padawan, and I'm a much better gamer than Susie Grace. And you're playing the remaster on Ultra Hard? Jeez, crackers. Well, I appreciate the raid so much. And best of luck with Ultra Hard, man. I should play the remaster. Really should. I really just don't have the time. I do not have the time, but you know what? Who cares? Who cares? Who needs sleep? Right? It's totally fine. Actually, recently, last 3 days, I have sat my toddler down. I know, Padawan is just so humble. I bet! Absolutely! That's what Ultra Hard is for!
Ooh, good stuff in here.
Okay, flame bow. I'll give my toddler rush boots. What does that mean?
Let's take it up a notch.
No. I want whatever I had before. Oh, wait! I thought I could... Oh, no! I was gonna switch it out. Beans. What is this? Flame bow? Okay, I already have that. Dang it. Rush boots. I did not want rush boots, but I guess I now have rush boots. I'm the most humble person I know. Yeah, I will put like stories, like book read-alongs in on YouTube for Auden, and she loves them. And then it's, oh, that's what that does. Oh, that's a dash. Got it. They made a dash like an actual move that you can only have 15 of, apparently, which is kind of an interesting. And then I go take a nap, and seriously, it'll be at like 9 o'clock in the morning, which is stupid because I shouldn't be needing a nap at 9 o'clock in the morning, but I'm old. And the last 3 days, I've had the best naps of my life because I sleep under my little heated blanket, and she's in there watching something that I don't feel like is, you know, she's not just watching like Bluey, which Bluey's great, but she's not just watching Bluey. She's watching like books. She loves them. Flame arrows. Oh! I realized you were right there.
Did that hurt?
You know, you're not doing a very good job at making yourself stealthy, Aloy. She's like, did that hurt? So what happens if you hit the... Thank you, sorry.
No more sun for you.
Oh, I forgot you can hit those down. Dang it, I wish I could have done that. Oh, beans. Okay. Oh, there's no...
Point still in place. Keep dwelling on it.
That's right, weak points. Absolutely, I keep aiming at those. Oh my gosh, so many. See, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that Charlotte would probably... I have a 10-year-old, and she would probably like this game, but I think she would probably like it on story mode. Ugh. Smash him.
Nothing but pieces.
Using our environment.
Now we're
Yeah. Oh,
Hope you like it hot. Good hit.
he doesn't even know where I am.
Same spot.
Surprise. Oh, he just put his shield behind him. That was really smart. Oh my gosh. Now you can get a Shellwalker shield. Interesting. Okay, so do they drop all of them? I think I want my flamethrower. Oh, which I just aimed in the wrong place. I think I want to keep my... Oh yeah, I need to do an SMRT. Like an SMRT emote? Is that what you're saying? Or a chat command? Whatever this thing is coming up out of the ground, whatever that is. I don't know what that is, but it's... Oh, there's another one. I can hear it. Oh my gosh. Maybe I will get this Lego set. Oh! Just like celebrate. I got her. I got her. Celebration. Can you shoot over it? Bam. Oh, I think. Oh, that made his shield go down. Oh. Shoot, 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 shoot. Do I have a... Oh, no, he brought it back. Okay. Is there like a Healy thing around here somewhere? There was one over there, but... A Healy...
Shouldn't move on until we finish up here.
Dang it. I think that's the only Healy tree. What is this? I think I want that. Notice how I'm not moving. I'm not using my dodge because I'm stingy. Oh! See it! Okay, there we go.
That picked me up.
Yay! All right, good job.
Training pays off.
You just gotta, I think part of my problem too with playing the original game is that I felt like I had to like somehow, I felt like every shot had to be like super powerful and aimed at the right place. And if I wasn't doing that, it wasn't gonna work right or something, or I wasn't gonna be able to kill them or something. And that's just not true. Just freaking wail on them, man. Hit them wherever you can. If you can hit them in a main spot, or if you can like really pull your bow back and focus and make it hit harder, like that's great. But that doesn't have to stop you from just wailing on them with arrows just over and over and over again. And I actually didn't learn that until I watched somebody else play it. And then I was like, oh, well, that's dumb. I never played it that way. I should have, but I didn't. So the next time I played it that way, and it was way easier. I was always trying to, because the longer you hold onto your bow, there's like this little circle, and it gets smaller, and when it gets smaller, it means that your bow is like extra taut, and it'll do more damage. And so I was always trying to make those be my hits, but like sometimes you can't do that. Sometimes you just gotta rapid fire shoot. Just goes to show you the things you can learn from watching somebody else play a game.
Uh-oh. More cultists and machines ahead.
So what else is new?
There's someone else out there. A guy with a hammer.
Oh!
Maybe we should
Is this the same voice actor too?
help him?
Don't let him get away!
I think it is.
Bring it on!
Oh, I love Aaron.
To me.
Seems to be doing fine on his own. And I need a break.
I'm a grandma.
Might as well enjoy
Just
the show.
sitting here.
Like a superhero.
It's like a superhero.
Say not everyone.
Oh, Aaron is great.
Yes! It's mine!
All over the donut. Same voice actor? Great, 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 great. I love Aaron.
So you're the one behind that machine
Aaron's
graveyard. That's pretty
whole
impressive.
side quest in the original one
name's,
regarding his
Aaron.
sister
The
was
only thing that
really
stands
was
between
really
me
really
and a
heartbreaking. It was
donut
crazy.
gets the hammer treatment. You
Yep,
don't happen to have
that
any
was
on you, do you?
100%
Donuts,
same
eh?
voice actor.
No. But we do have a dangerous quest to save
no.
the world from unspeakable evil. And the slots to help out are filling up fast.
I'm in.
You want in?
But in exchange, you help me on my own quest. So, tell me more about this unspeakable evil.
That's
It all
so
started
him. I
hundreds
love
of
listening
years
to him talk. He's great.
when a terrible beast began to devour all living things. Whoa. Slow down, kid. That sounds like a lot of complicated, boring backstory.
Slow down,
How
kid.
about I head to your village, eat a dozen or so meals, and you fill me in later?
Sounds like Aaron.
Okay. but wait! You didn't tell us about your quest.
I'm searching for the greatest treasure in history. The legendary donut hoard.
Bored. I
We're
was gonna
so
say
going to
it's gonna have
regret
something to do with
this.
food. Not that Aaron doesn't really like that in the
Aaron
original
seemed
games,
simple
but
and showed no appreciation for an
though
elegantly
Aaron
woven
seemed
backstory,
simple,
Aloy welcomed him to the gang.
yeah, Aaron's great.
After all, there is no problem that cannot be solved
And
by hitting things
he took
with a large
this
hammer.
is true, hitting things with a large hammer, and he took out all those guys for me. I didn't have to do anything, so that was cool. Man, I may have to replay this original again after I play this. This is giving me, it's bringing back so many great memories. I played the original.
I'm a stool. Sit on me.
I don't
Nope,
feel like
nope,
I
still
got,
sit
well,
down.
I didn't get a PS3. Oh, no lies. This wasn't PS4. Hey, it's Alcondros! Excellent to see you, my friend. What am I saying? PS4? No, it was PS3. And, it was, no, I'm sorry. It was PS4. I got a PlayStation 4 right after we first moved into this house. And I got it on a Black Friday deal, and I got this. And I got God of War, and I got The Last of Us. But the physical copy I got was The Last of Us, which I still have. But I let God of War expire because I didn't think I was going to play it, which is my bad. Which is probably still true, though. And then I played this. But it's the whole entire reason I got the PS4. So, and it was totally worth it. I loved it. But the only Charlotte loved watching me play it, but there were times where I would be like going through like a baddie camp, like a bandit camp or whatever, and Autumn or Charlotte would be like, "What's that red stuff around their head when you hit them?" And I'm like,
And now we got that mutton chopped hammer swinger to do the hard work.
Thanks, Tirsa. You always know just what to say.
But luckily for Aloy,
It's funny,
she had
during the
someone else
ad,
who always knew what to say.
I did not think that that was Aloy's original voice actress, but now, like playing the game, it is 100% her voice actress. I can definitely tell. Greetings, Alcondros. What's the weather like over there? Is it cold this time of year? Tirsa with chickens. You can overload some machine weak points with fire, ice, or shock. Oh, we'll get shock. That's cool. Shock arrows are great. I feel like shock arrows are a great way to cheese some of the bigger machines in Forbidden, well, in both of them, but in Forbidden West in particular, I feel like there's one machine that it's cold,
Hi, Aaron.
around 30-something
How are you
Fahrenheit.
liking
Yep.
Mother's Heart?
Yep.
I love it. Yeah, it was
That's like
touch and
what it
go
was
at
this
first,
morning
but with
here.
serious
It's warming up though.
donuts
It'll be in the
around here and
60s,
all. Yeah, but
60
we'll soon
degrees
fix it.
Fahrenheit today.
Well, I'm not sure I can help with
Ugh,
that.
normally
but
I go
can
walking
do this.
for my
Ooh,
cardio,
shiny ear
but
donut.
yesterday it was too
It's
cold for me to
keeping
take
in touch
Auden,
and
so I
stuff,
did one of
don't
those like
try eating it.
YouTube
Has Varl
workout
explained
videos that I
everything?
used to do.
Cultists, flowers,
What happened to
red,
my
ugly
ad
blob
manager?
monster. I got the gist. So,
It just
when do we
disappeared.
start smashing these towers then?
No,
Okay.
actually, we're
Anyway,
never mind.
and now I'm all
The good
sore.
news is that we just
I
need
tried
one
really
more
hard
of
not to
those
overdo it,
towers.
but apparently I
Perhaps you can
overdid it.
teach our new unrefined friend to be a little more constructive.
Did I manage to check the video? The video you sent me? Is that the video we were talking about? I haven't watched the rest of it. From Varl. Who's your favorite superhero? He's talking. Why are you so obsessed with superheroes? Varl. Look at this little guy. Roasting a fish. Good times roasting a fish.
Winter vacation in the mountains would
That
be
reminds me,
nice.
I have to watch a video
Maybe
Sword
going for
Art
that
sent me as well.
conservation
I have not done any Christmas shopping. I gotta get on that. Ander, we gotta get Christmas shopping done. like stat, because something Charlotte wants technically isn't even available for getting here before Christmas via Amazon. I think I can get it on Walmart.com though. I really thought about getting Charlotte her own tablet and a stylus because I know she'd like to draw and like create art on it. I just can't justify that cost. I just can't. Because if I'm going to get a tablet, I would get an iPad because they really are just superior. And I just can't justify that cost. We have like the family iPad. Auden thinks it's hers. It's not. It's the family's. But she uses it the most.
So let me get this straight. We need to find the right materials in high places to build towers to track down a ThunderJAW?
Yes.
Because it ate a metal flower, and we need that to save the world.
Right.
What about the other
A
metal
blue lady
flowers?
from the past told you to collect so you can build a super weapon.
That a blue lady from the
It's
past
really quite
told you to.
straightforward when you think about it. I tell you what, how about I don't think about it, and you just tell me what to hit?
Deal.
Deal. Aaron's hammer is a powerful weapon. Charge it to perform a dash attack or get close and bash your enemies. Okay, so you can play. Can you
Never
play
half
with
butt.
up to like
Use your whole
4
butt.
people?
I'm already getting itchy feet.
Why does she have a chicken?
Who's your favorite
What?
superhero?
There it is again. Who's your favorite superhero?
Oh man, I accidentally called Tirsa mommy. The other
Can you imagine doing this whole like game, all this big serious story together and then coming back together to do a game like this? That would be so fun. Being a voice actor for a game, I think, would be really rewarding. I think being a voice actor would be rewarding anyway. Okay, we don't need to actually burn those. We can just... Studs. That's what they are called. Yes, studs. I can't remember. Is anyone here done with their Christmas shopping? I remember telling myself, well, every year, I'm always like, yeah, this is going to be the year. We're going to do it really
There's
early.
something very wrong with that machine.
Oh, so there is. Oh. Oh. Is this a
Weak spots?
A-
Right where I want it.
Pex? Oh. Oh, he just jumped straight into a freaking frozen pond puddle.
Oh, I'm good.
Yeah. Oh, he's also frozen. What do I have? Nothing. Oh.
Now we're cooking.
Okay. So here, just FYI all your eyes, when you get something, it automatically switches to that weapon. So. Oh, there's another one. Oh my gosh. I think this means it's Apex. Oh.
Come on,
Because let's see, there's Apex, but then there was another type. What was it? I believe it was in the DLC of the first one. It was the... What was it? What were they called? Whoops. Apex machines. These ones were so brutal. Demonic. That's what it was. Wolf only has 4 people left. 5 if you count my husband. So pretty much everybody. Oh no, started with 22. So you know you're doing great. I'm so proud of you. Chain's Christmas shopping is usually 87% done by December 1st and 100% done by December 24th at 10:47 p.m. with my wife in tears. Amen to that. This year's been hard because I feel like most years I'm able to come up with something that I know my girls either want or that I'm like, oh yeah, this is it. This is the big gift this year. Or this is like last year, Santa brought Charlotte a fish tank. Like that we knew that from pretty early. We were like, oh yeah, we're totally, Santa's totally bringing Charlotte a fish tank. But, and I feel like the year before it was like a bike or something like that. So like we've always kind of had these kind of things where we were like, oh yeah, 100%. But this year it's been kind of like, I don't know, like I thought about the tablet, but then I was like, no, because I don't want to spend that money on something that we already have one of. Auden thinks it's hers. It's not, but So I'm just kind of kind of been at a loss. She filled out, she took this like catalog, this Amazon catalog that my mother-in-law had, and she just circled all the things that she was interested in it. And we went through it just the other day and we looked at all the things on, it's 3:13. Are you gonna go? Right on. What's the weather like? Oh, it's only 61. That's nice. But this year we've just kind of been at a loss. Like we looked at all those things. She showed me all those things and they're all kind of like, I mean, they're all fine. But yeah, the older they get, the harder. Oh, that reminds me, Chain. I think one of our gifts will probably be Pokemon Snap for her. I just looked it up. And I think that will be I think we will do Pokemon Snap as one of our gifts. But they're all just kind of like, okay, like that's cute. But at the same time, like who am I to say, you don't want that? Like that's not up to me. So honestly, I should probably be grateful because she's not asking for some insanely expensive thing. She hasn't even asked for any games. But that's also probably because she has Echoes of Wisdom right now. She's borrowing Echoes of Wisdom right now. And so that's taken over her world completely. Flame bow? What do I have? Oh, yeah, I'll take that. And then for Auden, I mean, Auden is 3, so sometimes I worry and I'm like, oh gosh, well, what if we don't get her something? But then I think she's 3. She's not even going to really remember this. And she'll be thrilled to get what she really wants. Andrew just took her out to go get Charlotte. What she really wants is the Play-Doh, like, dentist set. It was between the dentist set and the pizza oven. Well, I said, I'll buy you a new Lego set. This was a couple months ago. She insisted on that pizza oven. So I got her the pizza oven and she used it for a day and she loved it. And then the next day she said, I think I'm ready for the dentist set now. And I was like, no, that's not how this works. And she was like, well, we can just take the pizza oven back and get the dentist set. I was like, no, we cannot. Half of the Play-Doh is already mashed together at this point. We can't do that. And so I was going to get her the little Lego dentist set, but they have this Play-Doh scooter for toddlers that is a pizza delivery Play-Doh scooter. And it has like, it's like a little scooter that you scooty scoot, and it has like a little box in it that you can make your Play-Doh pizzas and then put the pizzas in the scooter and deliver them. I don't know. It's pretty tempting for my little 3-year-old. Mac asked her mom for socks. You can never have enough socks. And see, I'm an interesting case with socks because my heels get super dry, so I have these little like half socks that have that gel stuff just in the heels. But ever since I had issues with my toenails, and had to be on medication for it, I am paranoid that I'm gonna have that happen again. And so now I don't cover my toes with socks. I have to have open-toed socks, unless I'm wearing closed-toed shoes. But, so I have all these funky little socks. I've got like toeless socks. They look like fingerless gloves, but they're socks. They've got grippies on the bottom, and then I have like little half socks with like little gel in their heels and all that stuff. Hey, it's Gemini! Good to see you, Gemini. Chain threw a Hail Mary and asked for a PlayStation Portal. Dang. I can't think of anything that I'm like, oh, this is what I would really love for Christmas. I mean, when you become an adult, it's one of those things where you're just like, well, I just buy whatever it is that I want. Like, I can think of a bunch of Lego sets I would love. Oh, watch what we're gonna do. Oh, I'm burning. Oh. Yeah, burn, baby, burn. Yep. That is awesome. When you can find people that are wearing like blaze packs on their backs, and then you shoot those blaze packs. Heck yeah, that's freaking awesome. Blaze packs, or are there shock packs? I don't even know if they're shock packs. Oh.
Training pays off.
Yes, that it does. Ooh. There are a bunch of Lego sets that I would love. I mean, I don't know. I have a little list of like little things that I would love, but it's more like for the girls. I found this really cute piano themed wallet. And actually, does anybody, okay, this is a really crazy question, but does anybody here do like leather work? Like making wallets and stuff? Or does anybody know anybody that does that? Because there is the cutest little wallet on Etsy that is a piano, but you have to use it out. You have to make it out of leather, but it's only the pattern. And I'm like, no, I want somebody to make that, and I will buy that. I don't want the pattern. I want the actual little like the little leather like wallet. I don't know anybody that does that. Oh, I have played Portal. Oh man. Darn. I have played both Portals. I streamed both of them. They're both on my YouTube channel. Oh, and we have an Apex Broadhead. Fantastic. Everything about this is bad. Okay. I loved Portal so much. Portal 2, easily one of my favorite games I've ever streamed. It was a blast. I mean, Portal 1 and Portal 2, great games. Loved them. Highly recommend them for people that haven't played them. Portal is one of those games that made me feel really smart. After I managed to figure out these puzzles, I felt like $1 million after like figuring some of those puzzles out. I loved them so much. Wheatley, I have a Wheatley decal on my car, a Wheatley like vinyl sticker on my car, on my back car window. Big shout out to DJ for giving me that pattern on Discord. Yep, weak point still in place. Yep, okay. You know what? I am running around these brick separators and I'm not even using them.
Make the most of them. Not many uses left.
Yeah. Oh. Where's a Healy thing? Oh, not that I need it. That's how I get so anxious about it. I'm like, I got hit one time. Bam.
It's all out.
Oh, he looked so sad for a second there. He was like, everything is bad.
Piece of the ThunderJAW puzzle.
Okay, final piece of the ThunderJAW puzzle. Got it. Yeah, Portal 1 and Portal 2 were great. Loved them. Definitely enjoyed the second one more than the first one. Story-wise and everything. Gladys, oh. And I have my Get Mad shirt. I have a shirt that says Get Mad with a lemon underneath it that I made. I need to revamp the design, but I love that shirt. Nobody gets it, but...
I also need to put together a celebration playlist in anticipation of our success. Now, where did I put that Cool in the Gang record?
Cave Johnson would, yep.
He's finally lost it.
I was like, what's a shirt I can do that doesn't have anything copyrighted on it that I can like put together? But it's a white shirt. And I think I was testing out using fabric paint. But the problem with fabric paint on white shirts is if you bleach them, it makes the paint fade. But fabric paint doesn't show up very well, at least in my experience. It doesn't show up as well on black shirts. And so if I were to make another one, I would probably do it on a black shirt and I would use vinyl instead of fabric paint. Maybe fabric paint shows up fine on lighter colors, but on black, you have to do multiple layers. And then when you do multiple layers, it becomes thick and it becomes kind of sticky. You know what I mean? Jane's like, I have all the toys and no time to play with them. I just can't think of a whole lot that I really want. I would love that little piano wallet I saw the instructions for on Etsy, but it's only the instructions and I don't want that. I don't know how to make a leather wallet.
Well, don't keep us in suspense.
Whatever.
According to the data,
Mother-in-law asked husband what I might like, and he asked me what to tell her. I told him we've been married for 19 and a half years. If you don't know where the Lego store and Barnes & Noble are, I can't help you at this point. Hi, darling! No, like, I was looking everywhere. I took pictures of it. Like, I took screenshots of it and searched on Google and everything because I was like, surely somebody is selling this that already made, and I cannot find it. It's like this little, so my wallet that I have right now is this tiny little thing that just has a couple little, like, card. Like, it's got a little opening slot that you can put cash in, but it's mostly just a card holder. And that's all my wallet is right now. And it's great because I have a relatively small bag that's just a side bag, and I don't need anything big and bulky. And so this one is a little piano. Am I streaming on Christmas? That is a great question because, yeah. Because I actually did notice that the other day and I was like, that's a really great question because after we open presents and stuff that day, there's really kind of not a lot that goes on Christmas Day. I don't know. I'm going to have to look into it. I could be an ice cream crook. What? That makes no sense. I can be Karst. I can be a Karja spy master. I can have a white suit. Prisoner, carpenter. I can be Emmett. Yeah, construction worker. Sir, we searched the database for his face, but his face is so generic that he doesn't stand out. Diabolical. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to talk to Ander about it. My thing is, if I don't stream on Christmas Day, I'll...
That look is killer.
Whoa. Is somebody at the door? Oh, it looks like the internet people are back. Sorry, there's a lot of chaos going on in my house right now. I think what may happen is what... Yep, that's what she just did. I don't know if you guys could hear her, but that's what she just did. Oh, speaking of, I have something interesting to tell you about Stixel. My guess is I'll probably just swap days. We'll probably spend Wednesday together, and then I'll stream on Thursday instead of Wednesday since it's Christmas Day. I'm telling you, you guys probably thought this whole time that I was exaggerating, but I was not exaggerating. You guys heard the in real life Stixel. That's exactly what she sounds like. You thought I was kidding. I was not. But I did watch a video the other day about dog training, and I asked, these guys are putting fiber internet in our neighborhood, and so they have to get access to like our backyards and stuff, and so they come to our house periodically and they knock on the door, and Stixel goes nuts. Yeah, see, that's Stixel. What a beautiful disaster of an animal. No, I love her. She's so sweet. She loves her family, and it's all my fault because she was a COVID dog, so she was a lockdown dog. And she oh, this is gonna be a
Right. And what
cauldron.
was that again?
right.
Tell us about the legend. It is said.
But I watched this video. Well, I had her as a puppy when I was pregnant, and so I didn't take her on walks enough and didn't get her desensitized to the outside world enough, because when I took her on walks, my stomach started to hurt, and my doctor was like, yeah, you should probably stop that. So I never took her on walks, and I'm paying for it now because now she's terrified of the outside world. So she barks like that because she's scared. I mean, she's a back-off barker. She's kind of like there's somebody at the door. I've got to keep my family safe. But she does that because she clearly doesn't think I am capable and I am alpha. Because she doesn't do it as much with Ander, but she'll listen to Ander more than she does to me. But she's home with me, every day. So I watched this video the other day about how to train a dog. And there are 3 types of barkers, according to this video. There's the back-off barker, the buddy barker, and the bored barker. Stixel is a back-off barker. She goes rigid, the hair on her back stands up, and she gets really, really anxious when she sees like a worker outside, or especially when somebody's coming into our backyard. I mean, I get that. I understand why she's nervous about that. Our old dog would have done the same thing, and she was way more desensitized than Stixel was because we had her in an apartment. And so to get her to go to the bathroom, we had to just walk outside. She just learned to be in the outside world. Stixel never really learned how to do that because she had a yard. And in my head, I was thinking, oh, I don't have to take her on potty walks because she just has a yard. Well, taking her outside isn't just for having her go to the bathroom. It's for desensitizing her to all the things that happen out in the world. Cars, people, other dogs. And that's my bad. But like, I hadn't owned a puppy in a long time. I mean, it had been, Maymay was what, 12 and a half when she passed away. So it had been a long time. Obviously, I've learned. I know what my mistake is. But we also had a 6-year-old at the time we got Stixel. It was so different. So the girl said in this story, or in this video, she said, the dog trainer said, what you do with a back-off barker is they do this because they feel like they don't feel like you are taking control of the situation, and that you are not being like, you're not being alpha and you're not taking control of what's going on. And so she said a lot of times with back off barkers, when they go and like bark at something at the door or at oh, that was nice. Totally planned that. Using the environment. When they go bark at something at the window or the door or whatever, she said one thing that you can do is you can go to the door and the window and be kind of like, look at the dog and go to where the dog is barking and make like you're taking control of the situation. Be very confident in what you do. And so then when you do that, your dog will see you taking charge and being like, what is it? Okay, yep, I see there's a person out there. And then you can kind of sort of like maybe not reward the behavior because you don't necessarily want the dog to bark, but the reason the dog is barking is because it feels like you aren't protecting everything, and it has to be the protector. So I was like, okay. So today, here I am sitting in the kitchen, and Stixel starts going. She starts like hearing things outside,
So strange.
and
Is this what
she
the
starts
old
kind of
world
growling.
was
And I was
like?
like, Stixel, what is it? And she looked up at me, and I was like, let's go. And I like purposely walked over to the door, and I told her to sit, gave her a command. She's a working dog. She needs a job. I gave her a command, told her to sit, and I opened the door. There was nothing there, but I opened the door, and then I closed the door, and I looked at her, and I was like, we're good. Everything's good. And you know what? She stopped growling.
In a pizza oven. Please, I wasn't born yesterday.
I was really
Silence.
amazed.
So that's where all the machines come from.
So like,
They're built in
that
places
happened
like
maybe
this.
twice this morning, and both times, like, they happened probably an hour and a half apart from each other. But I did this kind of like really cartoony, like walking over to the door to be like, I'm gonna take care of this. And I opened the door, gave her a command, opened the door, and then closed the door and was like, everything's good. And she stopped.
A terminal.
So I don't know, but I don't know. It's different when she's out on the, when she's out in the backyard. Wait, am I supposed to like, I was not paying attention. Oh, that works. It's different when she's out in the backyard though, because I can't always get out into the backyard. And because a lot of times what has happened is she will bark out there, and my bad, I've been like, Stixel, get inside, you know? And to her, that looks like I'm, well, the person in the video was like, when you do that to your dog, when you go, get inside, what are you doing? What are you barking at? They're hearing, good job, keep it up, you're doing great. And I was like, no, that is not what I'm trying to tell my dog. But she'll like run from me in the backyard. So I'm trying to change my, you know, and the reality is I would really love to do some really serious training with her. But when I'm home with a toddler all day, and that is just, it's just not the time. I know what I should be doing. I can't prioritize it right now. And I'm okay with that decision. And that's just the decision that I've made right now. It's just, I have too many other things on my plate. I've got a lot of things going on, and it's really hard to do dog training when you've got a toddler, because Stixel becomes even more protective if I'm outside with the girls. So it's not like I can take Auden outside and be like, okay, well, you know, like, you sit here, and then I'm gonna walk down there, and Stixel's gonna come to me, or, you know, whatever. But Stixel's just very loyal, and she loves her people, and she wants to be the protector. She wants to protect us, especially the girls, and I really appreciate that. But at the same time, it's hard for me when I'm like, my biggest thing is I don't even necessarily mind when she barks. I just wish she would stop barking when I asked her to. I wish that she would understand that if I say, hey, that's it, be quiet, she understands that, like, everything's okay. I heard you. You don't need to bark anymore. I'm telling you it's okay. But she doesn't seem to get that. She seems to just want to bark anyway. And she's just a more vocal dog than our last dog was anyway. She's just very vocal. The second I go outside to go get Charlotte from the bus, she runs outside and starts barking. Even if there's nothing going on, she just wants me to hear her. She just wants me to know she's back there. I'm like, I got you, I hear you. And I'll look at her and be like, Stixel, it's us. Like, she can see us through the pickets of the fence. And I'm like, it's us. And she'll kind of stop, and then she'll start barking again. I'm like, all right, you just like hearing yourself, I guess. Never in a million years thought I would be visiting Lego cauldrons. Give me a Lego cauldron. I will build it. So cool. Love it. Gemini wishes they had fiber there. It's only in the big city here, yet they advertise on TV, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't think we were going to get fiber internet here either. We have Spectrum, and Spectrum is not great. But we used to have AT&T, and AT&T screwed us over royally. And so Ander was like, I don't care what happens, we will never go back to AT&T. So this new internet that's going in our neighborhood, it's not Google fiber, it's just a type of fiber. I hope it works, but I don't know. We'll have to see if it's worth switching. I'm not really sure. One of my friends has it though, so I'll have to ask her how their service is, and like customer service, you know, all that stuff. Yeah, Stixel is very excitable. Very. Can I not? Oh, how do we get up there? She's just very, very vocal. She just wants to be heard. Bless her. Oh, okay. I can jump holding this, right? I don't love the aiming mechanics in this game a lot. The aiming is a little wonky because of the perspective is a little weird, but it's okay. I don't think I can make it up there. I don't think you're supposed to make it up there over there. Oh, maybe you are. There's no other way up there. Unless this opens. This opens? Nope. There's a thing up there that I won't. Alright, fine. Fine. It's fine. It's fine. But ultimately, sticks. Oh, those are for the activity tonight. You may have one. Also, just remember there are primary activities tonight, babe, so you're gonna have to get changed back into jeans. I talked about this morning. Oh! Ah, dang it! I was going through like lasers. I'm firing my lasers! Better.
Weak point still in place. Keep boiling on it.
Yeah, why does that happen? I can't figure out why that happens. Sometimes they go into the ground and sometimes they don't, and I cannot figure out why. You should have gone into the lasers. See? Maybe they can't in a cauldron. You know what? Maybe they can't in a cauldron. I'll bet they can't in a cauldron. Makes sense. Does this feel more like a Lego game with Horizon elements or like a Horizon game with Lego elements? That is a great question. You know what? It kind of changes. In this cauldron, I feel like it is a Horizon game with Lego elements, but out in the, like, kind of the, I want to say like the world, but like out in the wilds, it feels a little more like an, it feels a little more like a Lego game with Horizon elements. I can't quite explain it. It's really fun though. It's just a blast. Like, is it the deepest game? No, and obviously it's silly, and Lego games are supposed to be, you know, most of the time they're silly. They're family games, and that's great. I love it for what it is. And it was exactly what I needed. Because after Neva, oh my gosh, Neva ruined me. So it's really fun. It's really fun. And watching the trailer, I was like, oh yeah, that's gonna be a good one. Like, I actually haven't played very many Lego games in my life. Charlotte has, oh man, my thighs are sore. Charlotte has Lego Incredibles, and we have the Lego Harry Potter series, and she has Lego Jurassic World, and then she has the Lego Movie 2 game. And I have the Lego Rise of Skywalker or whatever it is, which is free on the Epic Store right now. It's like a $60 game that's free until tomorrow, I believe. Yeah, Horizon Light. Yeah, so like, I would recommend, well, no, I was gonna say I would recommend playing this before Horizon Zero Dawn if you're nervous about Horizon Zero Dawn, but that's not true because this will spoil things for you. So I would recommend, if you're nervous about playing Horizon Zero Dawn and you're worried that it's gonna be too hard because there is kind of a steep learning curve, start on story. And then if you feel like once you finally kind of get the hang of it, then move up to regular mode or whatever, because it is absolutely worth a play. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Am I supposed to, no. I don't think I'm supposed to do that. I think I'm supposed to go down. Yes, right here. And somehow they just make it so much fun to like collect all these little studs, even though these studs really go toward, you know, things that I'm not super interested in, like changing your house or painting your house or whatever. It's just so fun to collect the stuff. Oh, I understand. Kind of. Okay. The aiming is... Epic is sure working hard to end up losing to Valve in the long run anyway. That's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, dang, they're giving away these games for like that's a $60 game that I've heard great things about. And they're giving it away for free. Like, man. But here's the question. I think Trekkie answered this and said the answer was no. Is it true that you can't play Epic games on your Steam Deck? Because I have No Man's Sky? Is it No Man's Sky or is it Outer Worlds that I have for free on Epic? I can't remember. Gemini's not ashamed to play on story mode, even though I could put it on hard. Some games I just enjoy more on easiest. Well, and when you have a giant game, like, when you have a gigantic game like Horizon, I don't think there's anything wrong with story mode. There's so much to do. There's so many things. And so if story mode makes this game go by a little faster for you because you don't have to sit and throw yourself at these machines and stuff forever, 100%. I think that's great. Oh my gosh. Quick, quick, quick. This cauldron is so cool. The last one was kind of short and it was a little... I don't want to say disappointing. That's not true. It was just short and I was like, oh, okay. So that was a cauldron. This one is much longer and I really love that there are like multiple... Ooh, don't love that there are lasers. Okay. I just never in my wildest dreams thought I would. You can play things. Okay, wait. You can play other things on the Steam Deck, but it's not going to be as seamless. And Valve's cloud saves are very good. And the workshop thing, I don't know what the workshop thing is. Do I go behind here? How do I... Oh, yep. Hey, it's Apache! How's it going, Apache? Apache. Okay, aiming's getting better. Oh. Makes sense. Apache, have you played any Lego games? Oh, I got your Whisper, by the way. There was another game that was for free, I think, on, I think it was the Epic Store. Yeah, we were just talking about, what's it called? Rise of Skywalker, or whatever, is free on the Epic Store right now. I think it's free until tomorrow. Cold and snowy. We moved to Texas to get away from the snow. We do not like snow. I don't mind snow if it only lasts for a day. But, like, I want there to be a couple days with snowless. You know what I'm saying? This game is a blast. Highly recommend it for all of you. Skywalker Saga. It's Lego Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga. I couldn't remember what it was, but...
Never gets old.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my... Woo! The cauldrons are definitely one of my favorite parts of Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West. They are so cool. And like this cauldron is really cool. It's nothing compared to like the first time going into a cauldron is one of the most terrifying but also exciting things I've ever experienced in a game. It's one of those games I really wish I could go back and play for the first time again. I wish I could get Amnesia, just Horizon Zero Dawn Amnesia, and play it for the first time again because it's just one of those. It really did. I remember after I finished it, I just sat and just watched the credits roll all the way through to the end, just listening to all the music and everything. And I was just like, I will probably never experience, it'll probably be a long time before I experience another game like that ever again. It was just, it was so good. It was so good. Yeah, Lego games drop down pretty regularly. I'm borrowing this from Padawan. Are we fighting it in this? No! Oh my gosh, really? Okay, well, that is the worst. I cannot imagine. I did not expect us to be fighting this in a cauldron. I hate fighting giant things in a small space. How do I get down there? Oh. Maybe we're not supposed to actually hit it? Are we not? Oh my gosh. Wow, you are so large in stature. Oh no! Oh, beans! Best things to do with ThunderJAWs. ThunderJAWs become... Oh, see you later. Thanks for that. ThunderJAWs become a lot easier after you get certain types of ammo. But until you get those types of ammo, do not engage. If you can stay away, do not engage. Because they are rough. Ooh. Am I shooting at it? I don't think I'm shooting at it. So what am I... How am I hitting it?
Nothing but shade for you.
I see like Healy trees down there. But my arrows aren't going toward it. Oh, okay, I see. I think we'll go down there in a second. Maybe once it goes to half HP. Ooh.
That picked me up.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. I did not expect to fight him in here. Dang. I wasn't paying attention to the story. But of course, Aaron was like, yeah, or Silence was like, yeah, we're gonna build all these towers and that's gonna find the ThunderJAW. Well, I didn't put the two together that we were gonna be fighting it in a cauldron.
That's the good stuff.
Whoops. And the music is great. Music is super fun. I really love the fighting music that's out. It's just very Lego. I can't really describe it, but it's just... I hate cronies. Oh, I hate cronies in fights, man. Brutal. Oh, hey. He's gonna fall over, and then we're gonna jump out there. Gosh, you are so threatening. Here it goes. No, my arrows still aren't doing anything.
Break the legs.
Oh, break the legs. Okay.
Go for the legs. Smashy, smashy.
Only in a Lego game are you gonna see a ThunderJAW with like little stars around its head. What am I doing? Oh, there we go. Oh, okay.
Its legs are exposed.
Yes, they are. What? Oh, I'm pushing the wrong button. Man. Cannot remember. Oh, I missed. Oh, you gotta be kidding. This sucks. This is bananas. This is insane. This is absolute insanity. Oh, we got this gun off. Yeah, take that. I need hearts. Oh, well, kind of. Oh, what? Why? Oh, is that not weak anymore? Dang it! I keep missing! Ow. Oh, now his guns are back. That sucks. I think we did it! Give me that metal flower! That was so much fun. Smashy, smashy! That was great. That was definitely not what I was expecting. I was expecting to fight him out in like one of the big giant wild fields, but
Sure,
no,
dead.
here we are. I can definitely see though that this is
flowers are supposed to hurt that evil thing Elizabeth told us about.
I definitely can see how playing this game would be definitely a little easier if you have multiple people. Like that fight would have been far easier if you had like Aaron with you or Varl or whatever.
Thank you. I'm okay.
Can't you see the quotations I'm doing with my small hand, my claw hands? Yeah, this boss fight was definitely more of a Lego boss fight, for sure. Cauldrons are much more challenging than that. But they're so fun. And they're longer, too. They're longer, they're bigger, obviously, but... I love the Horizon games. I think I enjoyed the DLC of the Horizon Zero Dawn more than the DLC of Horizon Forbidden West. Horizon Forbidden West was like super, super epic. And it was great and I really enjoyed it, but it was really short because it was so epic and intense. And it was fun, don't get me wrong, it was really fun. But I preferred the DLC to Zero Dawn. Thanks for lurking, Cage. Go lay down. There's your flower. Lego. We did it.
You did it. You got the first piece.
We sure did.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sound surprised. It's just I wasn't entirely sure this would work. I mean, a weapon made of giant metal flowers growing in the wild so no one else can find them. What's the hologram lady thinking, right?
It's kind of a long shot.
And now you're ready to find the next one. And ooh, this should be fun because it's in
What are we gonna run into in the jungle?
Watch out for insect bites. And let's see.
Oh no.
The
Oh dear.
humidity. And
Oh dear.
oh yes, things that can eat you. Good luck.
Aloy,
Things that can
you gotta
eat
see
you.
this.
Great.
Turns out this place has a food hall.
Of course it
And
does.
thanks to us, they're ready to reopen it. Wait till you try my spicy fish berry chowder.
Yum. Can't
Gross.
wait. Suddenly the jungle doesn't sound that bad.
Reminds me of that scene in the Frozen. What was it? Wasn't Olaf's Frozen Adventure? Oh yeah, no, it is Olaf's Frozen Adventure, where he's like, "Now I get to make my famous Flemmy stew. Who's hungry?" And she's like, "Oh, we're good. Big breakfast." After snatching your first metal flower from the ThunderJAW, you can build up the newly opened area of Mother's Heart with the Lego Ninjago set. That is one I have not seen, is the Lego Ninjago movie. I haven't seen that one. But isn't his name Lloyd and the bad guy calls him Lloyd? No, it's just Lloyd. You can now hunt the meanest, biggest machines in the Sacred Lands and the Snow Chant Mountains. Make the wild safer to level up and earn new rewards. Oh, we can now fight Apex like big machines. You know what? I don't have an Instagram anymore. I technically have an account, but I got rid of my account a while. I deleted the app off my phone because I was wasting too much time with it. I will fully admit, I cannot control my Instagram time. I waste too much time on it.
I took down
And I just,
so cool.
I got rid of it. I couldn't do it anymore. It just was making me feel bad. And I've been listening to a lot of TED Talks and things about social media and how they affect us and how they're affecting. And maybe it's because I work with the youth in my church congregation. So maybe I'm kind of sort of like how this person's just Jay from Ninjago, I guess. Kai, Naya, Jay. Is this all from Ninjago? It must be. And so it's been really interesting listening to all these different things about social media and about what the internet could be and all the issues with third-party developers and things like that. Like some guy, I can't remember his name, but I listened to this when I went grocery shopping last night, but he was talking about, he said, I believe we can build a better internet, but I just don't believe that if the only way for you to communicate with somebody has to use a third-party person that's trying to manipulate your behavior, that's a problem. And he didn't go into detail, but I assume he's talking about Google and email, right? You shouldn't have to use a third party that influences your behavior. And he said, I don't even call these things advertisers anymore because they're not. They're behavior manipulators is what they are. Advertising is when you do like an ad for a dentist. But the types of advertising we're seeing these days and the fact that all the algorithms and all the social media and all that stuff is all those they call themselves advertisers, but they're going through and learning our behaviors and changing the things we see based on our behaviors. He was like, that's the problem. And he said, and it's not a business model that can, this guy, Jared Lanier, I think his name is, he was like one of the first people that introduced like virtual reality, I think, or something. He's this really interesting looking guy with these really long dreadlocks, but he worked in Silicon Valley. He's sold a company to Google. Like, he's a super smart guy, but he just said the internet, the way that we know it now, just does not work. Oh, it came up in your recommended. Yeah, no, like I had it, but I deleted it. So like that's technically me, yes, but I haven't been on it in forever. I got rid of it a while back. And to be totally honest, I'm really glad I got rid of it, but there are times that I miss it because I miss finding those really funny, silly little videos that I can share with Ander or I can send to my sister or whatever. But I fully admit that I cannot control my time on it. I just can't do it. I have no self-control. And Chain's right. You can hide it from your home screen. And I do enough scrolling on YouTube. But YouTube, it's more I scroll through things, not necessarily to watch, but I scroll through things and then I find, this place is massive. And then I find things that I download to listen to on my walks, like TED Talks. And a lot of them are about social media these days because, like I said, one of them last night was about what teenagers want you to know. There's a giant donut for Aaron, of course, naturally. I don't understand what this is pointing to. Is it pointing to this? Oh, I see. Oh, and like why social media is bad for all of us and why it has created more anxiety, more depression, why anxiety rates are skyrocketing, depression rates are skyrocketing, especially with this upcoming generation. You know, you've got this generation of kids that don't know how to... Oh, I think that's saying, hey, you can come here and go after, like, Apex machines. Okay, that's hunting grounds. Okay, I understand now. And, like, phone addiction and, like, what that looks like. It's been really fascinating because I don't... When I listen to, like, the... when I listen to the different kind of symptoms, I guess, of phone addiction, I don't fit all of them. So I'm like, okay, cool. I feel like I've got control over that. But there are definitely some that I'm like, yeah, I could definitely be better at that. And I think that's most of us. But there are definitely people that cannot function, period, without their phones. And a lot of them are young people. And when I say young people, I mean like, you know, teenagers these days and the kids that I work with. So, you know, in this interview that this guy, I think his name is Jared Lanier or Lenny, I can't remember his name. Let me look up his name. But the person that was interviewing him was kind of trying to trap him into like making a mistake or whatever. The interviewer was irritating, I will not lie. But he kept his cool and he was very, very... He was totally fine. Like, he never rose to take any of the bait. And he was, you know, he obviously knew his stuff and he knew facts. Oh, dang.
How could this happen? We know
Things
how.
Just got serious.
Machines. Question is, where did it all go?
It could be thousands of miles away. Oh, we'll never.
Oh, no, there it is.
I was going to say, it's going to be like right there.
This
It
must
could
where
be
they brought
thousands
the
of miles
trees.
away. Nope. It's right there.
And the flower. But I
Look at his
can't
name.
see a way in.
Stand aside. I got a nice big key here.
Nope. Okay, let me find my history.
There has to be something
Why
we
don't
can
we ask
do.
this guy? What's that, Mr. Sawtooth? You have an idea? Don't ask me. I bit off my own body.
Don't ask me.
If we can rebuild one of those things,
Jaron Lanier.
tear right through the wall.
Jaronlanier.
Hey, wait for me.
And he said that, you know, that when the interviewer was like, well, you know, do you really think that there's actual evidence that shows that that anxiety and depression are linked to social media? And he kind of blinks for a second and he goes, yes, there's a lot of data. And it all says that, yes, social media has absolutely contributed to this rise of anxiety and depression that we see in pretty much everybody, but mostly in the younger generation. But you can tell that he was just like, okay, yes. And like, it makes sense, you know, you start feeling this feeling of anxiety, you get FOMO, and you see everybody in their perfect lives, you know, because you see these little snapshots of people's lives that they look so much better than yours, and you start to judge your own self and everything. And I'm not putting it in the ways that they put it, but these people are used to public speaking and they're used to talking about this stuff, and so I'm obviously like piecing together certain things that I've heard, but it's totally true. And so if you find yourself struggling with anxiety, take a look at your phone usage and see how much you're using social media, see how much it's affecting your own life, you know, take a break from it, see if it makes you feel better. Obviously, there's a difference between like diagnosed anxiety / depression and just kind of like anxious feelings and stuff. But it's one of those things, it's kind of one of those things where you really have to kind of do some self-reflection and be like, maybe my social media usage is causing this. But I've been listening to a lot of TED Talks about that recently and about like kids, development for kids and teenagers, negative self-talk, how to, you know, not take things so personally. And TED Talks are only about, I don't know, like 10, 15 minutes long, but I'll listen to a couple of them while I'm out on my walks. And it's just kind of interesting. I think the main thing is, if you're gonna look at the internet and if you're gonna look at smartphones and things like that, because they offer us a lot of really amazing things, right? Of course they do. We can stay connected with our families and we can FaceTime and we can do all these really amazing things. But it's the fact that these advertisers are manipulating our behaviors and they're manipulating us into feeling certain ways, like showing us certain things that they know will get a response. Like when it comes to politics, and they're showing videos and things that, you know, that they know will elicit a response and will make people angry or will make people this or that or whatever. It's Parkway! Sadly, that's not the cause of mine, but for sure, if I had kids, I wouldn't let them on social media. They'd be on dumb phones till they're 18. See, and I'm not saying that that is the thing for everybody. I'm simply saying that over the years, we've seen a rise of a lot of people suffering from anxiety. And while I understand there are a lot of people that have diagnosed anxiety, I also think there are a lot of people who don't. And they say they have anxiety because they feel anxiety, but I don't think it would hurt to be like, okay, well then let's try getting off social media and see if you feel any better. It'll suck for the first week or two, or maybe month, you know, but you know, it's worth a shot. If you don't want to feel anxious anymore and you don't have an actual diagnosis, then what's the harm? Like maybe, you know, and if you feel anxious about missing out, well, then that's probably part of the problem then. But in no way am I saying that all anxiety can be cured by getting off of social media, or am I saying that all anxiety is all in people's heads and that it is not a real thing? Of course it's a real thing. I know that's a real thing, but there is absolutely a correlation between social media and the rise of anxiety. And there's plenty of proof to actually prove that. I can't look at my problems. I might have to do something about it. It's increased peer pressure for kids. It's definitely increased predation. Predation is rampant, especially with young people. And it's crazy. It's totally crazy. And it has really made me kind of look at my usage and whatnot. And I feel kind of the same way. I'm like, Charlotte's not gonna have a social media account until she's like 18. But I don't know if I can just have her on a flip phone. I don't know. Parkway got made a mod on another stream last night, and I have no idea about modding. I'm way out of my depth. You know what? Congrats, by the way. Just make sure people aren't dumb in chat. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? My family-friendly tag does a lot of that heavy lifting for me, thankfully. Oh! Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. Yeah. I'm just gonna keep shooting bad fires. Oh! It's not fires. What is it?
You didn't see that one coming.
I also didn't see that one coming.
Back in the run.
Oh, what? Those were like spikes, traps. Which way did he go, George? There he is. I need to get out the way a lot sooner. What is this? Yeah, I don't know what that did. That didn't really do anything. It's like shooting arrows. What the heck? What the heck is that? I am so confused. Hey, it's DJ! Ugh. Oh, see, it like went right into that little pool. Yeah, this guy, Jaron Lanier, he was saying that the internet should cost money. And he was like, and if you're sitting here thinking, oh, I would never pay for internet that costs, you know, internet costs money anyway. But like, you pay to use Google, you pay to use, you know, these certain things. You know, he was like, and if you're sitting there telling yourself, I would never pay to use those things should be free and they should be accessible to all. But he said, but if you pay for a subscription for something like Google, then you weed out all of the, you know, he said, imagine doing a Google search and actually finding the right information because there are no crazy conspiracy theorists or there's actual medical knowledge that's on there that's right and true, instead of having anybody be able to access it and be able to post whatever the heck they want on there. Or like Andrew mentioned last night when we were talking about this, he said, Andrew was like, or imagine an internet where you can Google something and then the results you get are based on how accurate the results are instead of who pays the most for advertising to get their results first. So the guy was like, yep, exactly. If you don't pay for the product, you are the product. And it's no secret that these companies that do create these apps use addictive things that are often used in things like gambling to make their apps the most addictive as possible. You're paying them in your time is what you're doing. And, you know, if you, like Shane said, if you aren't paying for the product, then that means you are the product. And it's really just you know, they're fighting for your time and they're fighting for your attention. So how much is your time worth? How much is your attention worth? You know? And I'm not vilifying anybody, and I'm not trying to call anybody out, and I hope I'm not making anybody angry or whatever with what I'm saying. These are simply TED Talks I've listened to by people that understand you know, and even the guy last night, he said, this Jaron Lanier, or I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but he was like, I refuse to vilify Silicon Valley because these people did not set out to become these major supervillains, and they did not, you know, but he said, because he said, I know wonderful people that work in Silicon Valley. I've worked with them. I've sold businesses to them. Like, they're wonderful people. It's not that it's the fact that if your business model requires spying on your people, that's a problem. Like your consumers, that's a problem. Like Facebook and like Google. So it's Sword Art and Dad Bods. Did somebody say gambling? Yeah, these app developers are developing apps like TikTok. People love it. It's taken over an entire generation, but it can also cause a lot of problems. And I think the first step to that is admitting, like I just did when I said, I don't have the self-control to have Instagram on my phone. I just don't. I had to take a good long look and finally admit to myself and be like, you know what? I can't have this app on my phone or I will spend too much time on it. And then I feel crappy and then I feel guilty and then I spiral. And then I'm like, I'm a terrible mom. I'm not paying attention to my kids. My toddler has to basically like compete with my smartphone time, and I'm horrible and blah blah blah. I don't need to do that. I don't need to go into like self-hatred. I just need to recognize that there's a problem and I need to do something to fix it. And then somebody mentioned something today on a TED Talk I listened to that was like, if you wake up in the morning and you check your phone before you even say good morning to your significant other, that's a problem. And I was like, and then there was another one that said, if you're looking to break your phone addiction, don't use your phone as an alarm because it's in too close of reach or whatever. And I was like, well, I use my phone as an alarm because I can slide it under my pillow and then I can feel the vibration of it because I sleep with earplugs. That's why I use my phone. But then I thought to myself, am I just making an excuse or am I like, you know what I mean? Like, what am I doing? Am I making an excuse here and going, oh, well, this is why I sleep with my phone under my pillow? It's interesting, but like I said, I'm not trying to vilify anybody, although I'm vilifying the business model, which is manipulating people's behaviors and trying to be as addictive as possible. That's what I am vilifying because that's wrong. And this guy even said, he was like, that's not a sustainable way to run your business. It's just not. Yeah, bam. And I think we can kind of all agree that social media and smartphones can absolutely be addictive. My sister has a roommate that is the perfect example of this. She gets anxious when she doesn't know what's going on around the world, so she's on her phone constantly. She watches TikTok while she's in the shower. But then when she watches TikTok, she gets anxious because she knows about what's all going on in the world. And so it's just a lose-lose situation. She doesn't want to not watch it, but then she feels like she can't not watch it. If that makes sense. And I'm like, man, that's a problem. That's a big problem. And I'm not saying anybody in chat is that way. That's my sister's roommate. But that seems really extreme to me, but I'm like, that's some people's reality. I love, you know, and Ander tells me all the time, he's like, man, I wish I could just ditch a smartphone, but he needs it for his business. And there are a lot of people that are like, I did listen to a TED Talk that said something like, if you think you can't function or you can't be successful without social media, you're not right. That is wrong. And I was thinking, I don't know. I feel like social media is pretty, I guess it depends on what you're trying to do. If you're just looking for a job working in an office somewhere, or if you're just, if you're working for like a Fortune 500 company or something like that, then does social media matter? Probably not. But when you're an entrepreneur and you own your own business like Ander does, then yeah, that's your advertising. Because, I mean, we're paying for advertising, but like social media is where all the people are. Well, and that was actually, so Sword Art talking about gambling taking over mainstream streaming. I remember when I found a video, I think it was from LJ. What does he call his streaming channel? Stream, oh, what is it called? I got a lot of Stream Scheme. So he did a whole bunch of videos a couple years ago, and he puts them out every once in a while now, but not nearly as many as he used to. And he uses like the same thumbnail for like every single video, but he really helped me learn what overlays were and how to kind of get my screen set up and everything. And I've taken a lot of advice from him regarding like stream titles, and you get 29 characters to describe what your screen's about, because on this browse screen, people are only going to see 29 letters. And so that's as many characters as you get to describe what you're doing in your screen. So you got to make that count, right? But anyway, he was talking about how he thinks gambling is terrible and it ruins people's lives and it will literally tear families apart. And yet there's a lot of like people that gamble on, or there are a lot of or maybe it was Kick. Was it Kick that he was talking about? It was like glorifying gambling and really encouraging it. And he was like, I just can't support a platform that is going to glorify something that literally tears families apart. I don't remember what it was, but Gemini's old school. I never use my phone, just computer, and I use ad blockers. I know people are divided on ad blockers, but I'm not ashamed to say I use them. Are people divided on ad blockers? I thought everybody loved them. If I want to fund something, I'll do it myself rather than spamming with ads. Shane says, I tell my kids to go look in a mirror so they can see the problem. Then I tell them to look at the mirror so they can see the solution to their problem. One day, I hope they do more than just roll their eyes. See, and Parkway, I'm like you. I would rather not know, because knowing gives me way more. Like, one time there was some big thing that happened. I don't remember what it was, but there was some big thing that happened, and somebody told me I was ignorant. They were like, well, you're just ignorant. And I remember just thinking, you know what? I struggle a lot with my own feelings of like guilt and frustration and being a mom and being a parent and trying to like raise good kids and trying to teach them the right things to do and trying to teach them to be functioning human beings. I struggle a lot already with worry and anxiety about my children and my family and my husband and my own self. And I choose not to watch things like that because it just turns me into a basket case. And then I can't function for my children. And then I'm like in a weird funk and I struggle and I'm cranky, and that's not how I want to be. And so it's not that I'm trying to be like, well, I just don't want to know. But I really do kind of have to distance myself because I know there are terrible things happening in the world. I don't need to know every single terrible thing that happens in the world, because I know there are really bad things happening in the world and I worry about them already. I don't need to hear news reports of terrible things happening to people or terrible things happening to children or, anything like that, because I already know those bad things happen or can happen. And so I've just chosen to put my time and effort into, I didn't mean to do that, but that worked. I've chosen to put my time and effort into teaching my children how to treat others. And I just stay away from that kind of media. It's really kind of, to me, it's really kind of no different than staying away from like really depressing movies. I mean, sure, yes, these bad things happen and it's really awful and I am heartbroken over it. But what good is it gonna do anybody if I just sit and just wallow in sadness after I've watched some really sad video? Like, that doesn't do any good for my kids. So I choose to not know, and I think there are some things that we don't need to know. I think that's another reason a lot of that anxiety is on the rise and depression is on the rise, is because we know constantly about all the crazy things that happen in the world, and sometimes we don't need to know. Sometimes we don't need to know the exact details of something, or we don't need constant 24-hour coverage of, bad news sells better than good news. And so obviously it gets better ratings. And so these news articles or these news outlets put this stuff on, and I can't spend my time watching that stuff. So I tend to stay away from it. And if that makes me ignorant, well, then I guess that makes me ignorant. But like, I'm fully aware that bad things are happening out there. I just can't focus on that. So instead, I focus on my kids, and I teach my children what is right and wrong, and that we treat other people with kindness, and that we do not hurt other people, and we don't treat people differently because they look different than us or sound different than us or whatever. That is where it starts, is in the home. And if that were happening in every home, we wouldn't have a lot of these bad things happening, because people would know better than to treat others poorly like that. So, I don't know. I would rather not know. Wow, this is crazy. So many machines. Great googly moogly. Oh, I have a shock boat. I do. Oh my gosh. Oh. I do not know how I don't know how I just made it out alive. I thought for sure I was gonna lose at least half my hearts. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Okay, good job. Yeah, good job. Oh, I'm full. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to a shock arrow. That's what that is. It's shock. Okay. Oh, shoot. And if there's really something important I need to know, then I'll know it. Like, I'll look into it. But ultimately, most of the stuff that happens on the news, I'm like, I don't need to know this. I don't need to know this. Now, if there is something I can do to help, then I would love to help. But what isn't helping is me just being a basket case and not being able to like function for my kids. You know what I mean? Hey, it's GJ! Oh my gosh, I missed you. I'm so sorry. And sometimes it's none of my business. I'm telling ya, sometimes like you don't have to know everything. There are things that like maybe the news shouldn't report that. Like Ander is of the belief that if there is ever any sort of like doors open and I don't want my kids to hear me, but if there's like a shooter or something, Ander is like, they should never release their name. They should never release their picture. They should stop talking about it, because when you talk about it, you are glorifying, you are giving that person what they were trying to do. You are giving them fame. You are putting their name out there. And in their eyes, that's glory. Not to us, but to somebody who is not right in the head, that's glorifying. He was like, they should never, Ander is a huge proponent of, he was like, nobody should know who they are, what they look like, what their name is, where they came from. And I mean, I love history as well. I believe that we shouldn't erase history, because when you erase history, history repeats itself. We should remember history.
Does indeed appear to have all the necessary
You know, I don't know.
saltiness
I did need to know that Sweet Brown's apartment burned down, because when you got bronchitis, ain't nobody got time for that. So good. So good. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait. I missed so much. See, and I pay for YouTube Premium, but that's also because of what I use it as my music service. And so when it came down to like looking at all the different music streaming services, I was like, well, it makes sense to, if I'm gonna pay this much money per month, I might as well pay and also get no ads on the videos I watch as well. That just made sense in my head, because I was doing workouts on YouTube at the time. And I was like, well, I don't want to have to sit and watch an ad every time I do a workout on YouTube. So I pay for YouTube Premium, but I do that for music so I can stream it, or like I use it during my streams. And then I also don't have to watch ads. But I actually did consider that the other day. I was like, maybe I could cut down on my YouTube scrolling if I didn't have premium anymore. But then I was like, okay, but I need music to listen to during my streams. So I looked at all the different prices and they're all the same. They all cost the same amount. But with YouTube, you get no ads on your videos. So I was like, I don't know. That just seems like, that seems stupid. Why would I pay $13 a month for Spotify and get music when I could pay $13 a month for YouTube and get music and no ads on my videos? It just seems kind of like a no-brainer to me, but you guys are great. I will see all of you guys on Friday, and have an excellent Thursday. Thank you so much for being here. And we're going to go raid Control Freak. So I'll see you guys later.